Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Durrance. I want to help you with writing a letter today for writing workshop. Our last lesson involved writing a letter to mom. Today we're going to write a different type of letter. Sometimes we have to write letters to people because we want to ask for their help. And so we're going to learn today the proper way to ask for help. So our criteria today is I can write a letter to someone to ask for help. Again, it's a type of opinion piece. There's some little rules to go by when you're asking someone for help so that you'll get them to help you. These are some things we need to remember. We can be really convincing. Convincing means we want to really persuade them to do what we want them to do in our letter. So these are things to remember. You've got to tell your opinion. You need to tell a little story. Why do you need their help? You've got to give lots of reasons that you need their help. You're going to give a fixed idea. So you're going to present a problem, but you're going to tell your idea for how to solve that problem and how you need them to help you solve it. And then finally, this is probably the most important one, is you need to be polite. If you want someone to do something for you, you can't ask in a mean way, can you? Or a whiny way, no. You want to ask in a nice, polite way. Be sure you use the words please and thank you. So I went on and drawn our form to write our letter. I pulled it out of my tablet again like we did for our mother's letter because we want to send this to someone or give it to someone so you can remove it or if you just want to take a blank piece of paper. So if you'll remember, we need a little line at the top. That's to put our salute on. So we're going to write dear and then you're going to decide who you want to write your letter to. You'll notice I have more lines this time. All this involves more lines. We've got to give an opinion, we've got to tell a little story, we've got to give some reasons and give a fixed idea. That's going to take more lines. So that's why I have several lines. I have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So try to get 5 or 6 on there on your page. And then down at the bottom, remember we need a short line to write our ending, like from or love, and then a line for your name. And then finally, I drew a little tiny box over here for my picture because I'm not going to really have much of a picture for a letter that asks for help. It's more about the story or the words this time. So I don't need much space for a picture. Just a little small box will be good. All right, and you notice I moved it to the bottom this time because I just thought it fit better and I had more space if I put it next to those short lines. That's the only reason I put it at the bottom. All right, so let's think. Who do we need to ask for help? Could ask mom, dad, brothers or sisters. Sometimes we need big brothers and sisters to help. I know you're working at home now, and a lot of you are having to share a computer or a laptop or a tablet with a brother or sister. Lots of times they're older than you. Sometimes you have to ask permission to get on because they're doing a lot of schoolwork. That the upper grades have more homework online than you do. Some of them have Google Meet, so you have to wait your turn sometimes to get on that computer, and it's hard. Other times, you'd like to ask your brother or sister for help on your computer for maybe you don't understand how to do something. I know we started Smarty Ants. I hope all of you are using that program now. Or you might be on Zern or another program, and maybe you get stuck and you need someone to help you. A big brother or a sister is a good person to ask for help on the computer. So let's write to our siblings today. A sibling is a brother or a sister. Some of you might not have a brother or sister, so you can write to dad or grandma, whoever you want to write and ask for a favor. So I'm going to pretend that I'm writing to a big sister today. Now, you know when you ask a big brother or a big sister for a favor, you really have to be sweet or they are going to say no, right? So make sure your letter is very sweet. course, you don't have to ask them about the computer. You might ask them to help you clean up the dishes or help you with your writing, whatever you decide. But for my purpose today, I'm going to write to a pretend sister, okay? So I'm going to write, up here at the top, I'm going to write dear. Remember, dear is how we always begin a letter. Dear, D-E-A-R, capital D. Dear, then we leave a space and we write the name of the person we're writing to. I'm just going to write dear sister. Do you remember what we put after the person's name? We put a type of punctuation and it's called a comma. All right, so now I've got to think of the problem. What do I need help with? I need help with my big sister to help me on the computer with my homework. Okay, I'm going to ask big sister to help me with Smarty Ants. All right, so I'm going to write, dear sister, I've got to present the problem. I am learning to use, I'm using my spaces between my words so they won't all run together and look like a train wreck. Make sure you use space between your words. I'm learning to use Smarty Ants. Let's see, what can I say? I'm learning to use Smarty Ants. Sometimes I get stuck. How about that? That's a big word, sometimes. I'm going to show you that word, boys and girls. Sometimes, remember when we have words and sometimes we can't spell them, and I look to, and I notice that sometimes is two words put together to make one big word, some and times. So that's two words together to make that big word. Sometimes I get, that's a snap word, get. Can you spell get? G-E-T. Sometimes I get stuck. No, that's not a snap word, so I'm going to have to sound that big word out. So let's sound out stuck. Let's see if we can write it in the air. I think I hear a blend, boys and girls. Do you hear a blend? Stuck, stuck, stuck. S-T. That's right. S-T work together to make the sound stuff, that blend. Stuff. Now I need a vowel. Stuff. Like umbrella. What is that vowel? It's a U, isn't it? Stuck. What do you hear? I hear a C and a K, actually. Stuck. Sometimes I get stuck. I kind of get upset, don't I? So I'm going to put an exclamation point. Sometimes I get stuck. And how do you feel when you get stuck? Do you get frustrated? Do you get mad? So I'm going to write, it makes, maybe you get sad or you maybe even get mad. It makes me mad. Now, if you look over here, we've given our reasons, our opinion. We tell a little story. We sometimes get stuck. It makes me mad when I get stuck. Now, I need to come up with give a fix-it idea. What do you want your brother or sister to do to help you, or whoever you're writing to, grandma, daddy? I'm going to say, can you help me? I'm going to ask a question. So I'm going to write capital C, can, that's a snap word, you, that's a snap word, can you help. Well, I'm going to have to sound that one out. Help. What's that sound? H, like egg, E, help. Can you help me? I know you know how to spell me because that's a snap word. Can you help me? Can you help me? And then that's a question, so I need what type of punctuation? I need a question mark. That's correct. Can you help me? Now, what do you want them to do? Please. Remember, we need to use our magic word, so we're going to write please, not just demand someone help me. Please. What do you want them to do? Show me how to what? Please show me how to, and what do you want them to do? Finish my work. All right, let's see what we got. Dear sister, I am learning to use Smarty Ants. Sometimes I get stuck. It makes me mad. Can you help me? Please show me how to finish my work. And then we're going to come down and we're going to end our sentence. Now, I would say love because it's a brother or a sister. I'm going to write love, and then you're going to put your name there. You can draw a cute little picture there. Let's see. I might draw on the computer. Put the keys on there. I'm going to draw that little coach, Smarty Ant. And I've got my letter. So now all I have to do is give this to whoever I want to ask to help me. And I have written myself a letter to ask someone for help. See you later.